Top 10 Trending Movies. We now have a way to determine what people are truly watching on the streaming service thanks to Netflix's Top 10 feature. The Top 10 section lists the top movies and TV shows every day based on how many subscribers have watched them. The top 10 most watched Netflix movies are listed below, but if you're interested in learning more about the plots and actors involved, we've got you covered. The most watched Netflix movies in the United States, as of right now, are shown below, along with further details on each title. Number 10. Life, 1999. Life is a 2017 American science fiction horror movie that was written and directed by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, Hiroyuki Sanada, Ariane Bakir, and Olga Dyhovik-Naya also appear in the ensemble cast. A 6-person International Space Station crew finds the first indication of extraterrestrial life on Mars in the movie. The crew members' investigation reveals that the quickly developing life form is significantly more clever and terrifying. Espinosa said in November 2015 that he will be directing a space opera, Life, and that Wernick and Reese would pen the screenplay. In March 2016, Sony Pictures and Skydance agreed to manage the global distribution rights and co-finance the movie after the arrangement with Paramount Pictures was not confirmed. The casting call was held in January 2016, and between February and July, filming took place in France, New York City, and Vietnam. DNEG, Industrial Light and Amp, Magic, Invisible, One of Us, Outpost VFX, and Atomic Fiction were in charge of the visual effects. Number 9. The Longest Yard, 2005. A 2005 American sports comedy called The Longest Yard was written by Sheldon Turner and directed by Peter Siegel. The Longest Yard, a remake of the 1974 film, stars Adam Sandler as a former professional quarterback who must put together a football team to compete against the guards in exchange for a lighter sentence. Chris Rock, James Cromwell, Nelly, William Fichtner, and Burt Reynolds, who portrayed Sandler in the original, also appear in the movie. On May 27, 2005, it was released by Paramount Pictures in the US, and Sony Pictures releasing it in other countries, both under the Columbia Pictures banner. Former NFL quarterback Paul Crewe was alleged to have shaved points, though this was never established. He was nevertheless given a 5-year federal probation sentence. He takes his girlfriend Lena's Bentley on a joyride around San Diego one night after getting wasted at a party, starting a police pursuit that ends in a collision. He receives a 3-year prison sentence after having his probation revoked. Number 8. King Kong, 2005. King Kong is a 2005 epic adventure monster movie that Peter Jackson co-wrote, produced, and directed. It is the 8th installment in the King Kong series and, after the 1976 film, the second remake of the 1933 movie of the same name. Adrian Brody, Naomi Watts, Jack Black, and Andy Serkis appear in the movie. It centers on an ambitious filmmaker who forced his actors and paid ship crew to visit the enigmatic Skull Island in 1933. There, they come upon dinosaur-like creatures and the fabled Kong, a huge gorilla, that they manage to capture and transport to New York City. Number 7. Sing 2, 2021. American Computer animated musical comedy Sing 2 was released in 2021. It was created by Illumination and distributed by Universal Pictures. It was written and directed by Garth Jennings once more, co-directed by Christophe Lourdelet, and produced by Chris Meledandri and Janet Healy. It was the follow-up to Sing, 2016, and the second movie in the franchise. Sing 2 includes songs by a variety of musicians, most of which are performed diegetically, just like the original movie. The plot picks up after the events of the first movie, with Buster Moon and his band performing in Red Shore City while attempting to win over an industry heavyweight and convince a reclusive rock star to join them on stage. Number 6. How I Became a Gangster, 2023. The film, which is set in Warsaw, opens with the unidentified narrator recounting his early years in Poland in the 1970s. The protagonist, despite coming from a loving family, spent his childhood getting into fights, stealing his father's taxi at night, and passing a hotel frequented by gangsters and sex workers in the area. When he was a teenager, the budding businessman was selling local ladies to Saudi tourists. The narrator would beat the life out of the women when customers would act violently against the women. The protagonist's status in Warsaw's criminal underworld rose through the years until he was imprisoned for the first time. Not for robbing anyone, but rather for brutally assaulting 3 football fans at random. After being freed, the main character establishes a criminal organization with Walden, a young guy he mentored, and others. Number 5. Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical, 2022. The 2022 musical fantasy comedy drama film Matilda the Musical, sometimes known as Roald Dahl's Matilda the Musical, was directed by Matthew Warchus from a script by Dennis Kelly. The movie, which was co-produced by TriStar Pictures, Working Title Films, the Roald Dahl Story Company, and Netflix, is an adaptation of the 2011 stage musical of the same name by Warchus, Kelly, and Tim Minchin, which in turn is based on the 1988 novel Matilda by Roald Dahl. It is also the sequel to the 1996 movie adaptation of the book. In November 2013, Warchus and Kelly were attached to return as the director and writer, respectively, of the Matilda the Musical movie, when the project was formally announced in January 2020. Warchus and Kelly's returns were confirmed, and Minchin said he would be coming back to write new songs for the movie. Number 4. Trolls, 2016. Based on Thomas Dam's Good Luck Trolls Dolls, Trolls is a 2016 American computer animated jukebox musical comedy film produced by DreamWorks Animation and released by 20th Century Fox. Based on a script written by Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger, and a story by Erica Ravinoja, the movie was directed by Mike Mitchell and co-directed by Walt Dorn. 6. It features the voices of Gwen Stefani, Russell Brand, John Cleese, Jeffrey Tambor, Zooey Deschanel, Christopher Mintz, Plass, Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, and Christine Baranski. The movie centers on 2 trolls who go out on a mission to stop the Bergens, beings who enjoy eating trolls, from destroying their village. Number 3. No Escape, 2015. No Escape is a 2015 American action thriller movie that was written and co-directed by John Eric Dowdle and his brother, Drew Dowdle. The movie, in which Owen Wilson, Lake Bell, and Pierce Brosnan feature, tells the tale of an ex-pat engineer who becomes caught with his family in a violent revolt in a Southeast Asian nation. The Weinstein Company released the movie on August 26, 2015. Before its official release, it was given special sneak previews on August 16 and 17 in the Philippines and at numerous pre-screenings around the US. Number 2. White Noise, 2022. Noah Baumbach wrote and directed the absurdist comedy drama White Noise in 2022, which he adapted from Don DeLillo's 1985 book of the same name. It is Baumbach's first motion picture that he has not written or co-written. Adam Driver, Greta Gerwig, Don Cheadle, Raffi Cassidy, Sam Nivola, and May Nivola are among the movie's stars. The drama, which takes place in the 1980s, centers on an academic and his family as they navigate a local air contamination event in their daily lives. White Noise made its global premiere on August 31, 2022, at the 79th Venice International Film Festival. It was then distributed in a few theaters on November 25, 2022, before Netflix streamed it on December 30, 2022. While Baumbach's direction, photography, cast performances, especially Driver's, and Danny Elfman's score were largely lauded, the film's storyline, shifting tones, and length split many. The movie garnered generally excellent reviews from reviewers and audiences. Number 1. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, 2022. American mystery movie Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery, written and directed by Rian Johnson, and produced by Johnson and Ram Bergman, was released in 2022. In this follow-up to the 2019 movie Knives Out, Edward Norton reprises his role as tech mogul Miles Braun, and Daniel Craig plays the character of master investigator Benoit Blanc. Janelle Monáe, Kathryn Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Jessica Henwick, Madeline Klein, Kate Hudson, and Dave Bautista are also featured in the ensemble cast. So this end of this video. Do you like it? Give your response in our comment section below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting videos.